house is more than four walls and a roof. It's where families are grown, where memories are made, a place where you belong. That's why LEX 18 answered the call from Lexington Habitat for Humanity, joining dozens of individuals and businesses from our community. Welcome to the story of the Ashby family, the story of a community coming together to help a family realize their dream of home ownership. Welcome to a behind-the-scenes look at how it all came together. Welcome home. The LEX 18 Habitat House in partnership with CHI St. Joseph Health.
It's Dedication Day here on Lexington's Betty Hope Lane, a life-changing day for a deserving family realizing their dream in their brand new home. Good evening, I'm Angie Bevan. Tonight, we celebrate the completion of the LEX 18 Habitat House, and we recognize the people and businesses who committed to making it happen. From the first shovel of dirt to months of hard work and sweat by dozens of volunteers, the moment the Ashby family gets the keys to their new home, this house was literally a labor of love. This day has played out for hundreds of bluegrass families since 1987, all because of the commitment and service of Lexington Habitat for Humanity. Their mission is focused on the belief that everyone deserves a decent place to live. For more than 30 years, they have brought people together from all across the bluegrass to build homes, communities, and most of all, hope.
Mona has worked hard to get to this place physically, this place with her family, this place on her journey of faith in life. She came to us looking for a way to provide a better life for her family. She came looking for a place where her grandchildren could say, "I'm going to Nana's house," and say it with joy and pride. We are so grateful to have partnered with her and all these others to bring her to this place.
Now, before we get to the dedication, let's rewind to the groundbreaking of the LEX 18 Habitat House and learn more about new Habitat homeowner Mona Ashby. Here's LEX 18's Michael Burke.
When you listen to Mona Ashby speak, you realize there's something very fitting about her becoming the next resident of Betty Hope Lane.
Nothing that you want is out of reach.
Her hopes of becoming a homeowner before the age of 50 realized with a few years to spare. Several community partners came together to give Habitat for Humanity the resources it needed to make this happen for Mona and her family.
Stability, self-reliance, safety, decency, energy efficiency, a place where their children can play safely, where they can study quietly.
Basically, the things so many take for granted, but had somewhat eluded Mona due to whatever the circumstance.
I've been through a lot of things in my life, and for me to have this opportunity to come through Habitat and just be able to, actually have something that I can call my own is such a tremendous blessing.
And being several years ahead of schedule does not mean this new homeowner is about to rest on her laurels.
So I'll set a couple more goals to do from there.
With so much hope, it's obvious she'll be living on the right street. Great.
Mona's story is just one of many examples of lives changed for the better thanks to Habitat for Humanity and its community partners. LEX 18's Kylan Mills shares the journeys of two refugee families, journeys that end with a big welcome home to Kentucky.
The stories Joseph Bashemba Shombo could tell would send chills down your spine.
They tried to kill us, and we escape. Just is to escape by grace of God.
For many years, Joseph called the war-torn country of Congo home, where he sadly lost his wife. He and his 7 kids came to America in 2012 as refugees.
I was a low income. It's very impossible to continue to pay this rent and support my 7 children.
Making just $11 an hour, Joseph struggled, and that's where Habitat for Humanity came in.
Our vision is that everyone has a decent place to live, and when we say everyone, we do not mean everyone but.
I have a house who is comfortable for my kids.
Joseph and his family went through the build process, putting in hundreds of hours of sweat equity.
This house make me joy, give me joy, and make me happy.
Habitat was able to work out affordable payments so he could become a homeowner. A sense of pride and sense of peace Joseph says he will always be grateful for.
God bless them.
Ibrahim Baraka says he and his family are living the American dream.
Right now, I have a place that I can call home. You know, it's something, it's amazing.
Ibrahim's parents and their 7 children are preparing to move into their very own Habitat house. But the journey to get here was a long one.
Life was really hard in there. It was tough. Eat one time a day. If you don't have any food, you don't eat.
The family fled the Congo to a refugee camp in Uganda where they lived for 12 years.
Grow up as a kid, I never know where is home because I grew up in a refugee camp. I don't know home. I get a chance with the United States government to come here in America, in this beautiful country.
Once here in Lexington, they were accepted into the Habitat for Humanity homeowner program, putting in 500 hours of sweat equity to build their house on Russell Cave Road, sponsored by Valvoline. It's actually the 52nd home Habitat has built in this area.
We're excited to have been a part of the stabilization of this neighborhood and at the same time creating home and a decent place to live for our families.
A big part of this neighborhood transformation was Habitat Partners Clark Material Handling Company.
What we do at Clark is we raise hope. What Habitat does is they build homes. Those two things really lend to each other perfectly. So there's not much to explain. We say they need our help, and our people come.
Based on the Barakas, both of those goals have been achieved.
They give us hope. Now we have somewhere we can call home. And we really pray for them to continue what they're doing.
That's the Habitat mission of building homes in action. Now, watch how they're bringing new life to a community park and taking the commitment of love thy neighbor to a new level.
Something as simple as a game of hoops amongst friends might not have happened here at Lexington's Douglas Park just a few years ago.
The broken windows theory. Basically, you know, if an area looks unkept, in disrepair, and that no one takes a sense of ownership in it, it tends to invite nefarious activities.
Sergeant Stacy Shannon is all too familiar with the crimes that used to riddle Douglas Park when it had fallen into a state of disrepair. She was the neighborhood resource officer back in 2016 when the park turned a century old.
I said, hey, let's make this a real celebration, and that's kind of what started all these projects.
The city's Parks and Rec department partnered with Habitat for Humanity and other organizations to give the park a major facelift. We're told more than 150 volunteers cleared brush, painted, helped install new playground equipment, and much more.
In this park and neighborhood cleanup, they fall right into that communities and hope section of our mission. When folks have somewhere to gather that's clean and safe and they can take pride in and they are part of, they just feel really great about that.
This project's reach, though, goes far beyond that one-day cleanup.
It's built lasting relationships. They started having more positive activities in the park. They had the movie nights in the park. They had church in the park.
And community leaders are hoping this project is a slam dunk for years to come. When you think of Habitat for Humanity, you often think of building from the ground up, like our LEX 18 Habitat house you see here. But that's not the only work they do. They also do construction, repairing homes, and restoring dignity. A home is about so much more than 4 walls and a roof. Just ask Kathy Utterback.
It's what I have worked for all my life, to have a shelter that God has helped me to have to come home to.
So Kathy was devastated last year when her Lexington home fell into a state of disrepair and she couldn't afford to fix it.
It was totally miserable because I didn't know what pan or pot to move if it rained.
But Kathy is a believer that God puts people in your path for a reason. People like John McClellan.
So we put in the concrete, new sink, new faucet.
John is the manager of Habitat's Love Your Neighborhood program. They make critical home repairs for folks often on a fixed income. They only have to pay part of the cost over a period of time.
For the families that we're helping, in many cases, they are without hope. And so when you go into their house, you can see that.
Each year, about 20 homes in our area, like Kathy's, are rebuilt and hope restored.
I could never say enough for what Habitat, their dignity they treated us with, and the respect. and the work that they do is beyond.
Housing is complicated, and it impacts every part of life for our community. And so a partner like CHI St. Joseph Health that sees the health issues with that, and for a partner like LEX 18 that sees the stories that aren't being told in our community.
This summer, LEX 18 and CHI St. Joseph Health are helping make the dream of homeownership a reality for Mona Ashby on Betty Hope Lane.
We recognize that without adequate housing, it could cause issues regarding people's health, and the individuals that are fortunate to participate and own these homes after the build, we know their health care is going to be better.
John Brother says partnering with Habitat was a no-brainer as the nonprofit hospital tries to carry out the mantra called to serve.
We are here to serve our community, so if we see a need, it becomes our responsibility to find ways to address the needs that are here.
Employees from all different St. Joseph locations have come together to pitch in as Habitat continues to build relationships, homes, and hope.
Coming up next, the building begins. We track the progress of Mona's house throughout the summer. And a surprising find at the place for do-it-yourselfers, the Habitat Restore. Stay with us.
Follow Lexington Habitat for Humanity on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and get the latest news on upcoming events and how you can get involved.
When you call ADA Heating and Air, you get Kentucky's #1 American Standard dealer. Our volume means huge savings for you.
Before you get a new HVAC system, be sure to get a quote from ADA.
ADA's on the way.
You've known us as a leader in heart care. Today, that recognition continues. St. Joseph Hospital has earned a 5-star rating by Healthgrades and named a Best Hospital by U.S. News & World Report for heart failure treatment. Our cardiology team works with first responders across Kentucky to provide heart attack treatment that is 2 times faster than the national average. At CHI St. Joseph Health, we've been called to serve.
At Hicks & Funson, we handle catastrophic injury and wrongful death cases all throughout the state of Kentucky. You won't find us standing on semis or plastered on billboards in other states.
Instead, you'll find us meeting face-to-face with accident victims and their families, or fighting for them inside courtrooms across the Commonwealth.
And donating to organizations like Habitat for Humanity, because it's important to us that we give back.
And we don't have silly nicknames. Just call Hicks & Funson and ask for Josh or Greg, or visit us online at honestfearless.com.
When it comes to the best team, the experts at the Painted Horse worked with me for each room in our home.
The design team at the Painted Horse can enhance the look of your home with Central Kentucky's best selection of shades, blinds, and shutters. The latest looks from the names you know, like Graber and Norman. It's all at the Painted Horse. Schedule your complimentary consultation today at the Painted Horse in Lexington and Georgetown.
For paint and expertise like no other, trust Central Kentucky's leader, the Painted Horse.
At ADA Heating and Air, we bring you superior service at great prices with the best American standard quality.
Call us for a free estimate on your new HVAC system. We beat the competition by 15% on average, saving you thousands.
ADA's on the way.
You've seen how it all began with groundbreaking at LEX 18's Habitat House. Now let's see how the project took shape over the summer.
Hammers were swinging and nail guns buzzing this morning in Lexington. Building a home and turning a dream into reality for Mona Ashby.
I've never owned a home before. Nothing that I could call my own.
Well, that's about to change. Ashby was chosen to be a Habitat for Humanity homeowner.
The main thing is that it's mine, and it's just something that I've always wanted. I always wanted to be able to give my family to where they have somewhere to come to and be at peace.
LEX 18 and CHI St. Joseph Health are sponsoring Ashby's house, now under construction. But LEX 18 employees weren't the only ones hard at work today. As a part of the program, homeowners have to put in 250 hours of sweat equity.
It makes it all more worth it to me. So whatever sweat and ache and pains that I know I probably will feel later on, it'll be worth it.
Worth it, Ashby says, will be the looks on her grandsons' faces when they finally get to see Nana's house.
My grandson's going through Walmart picking out posters like, I can put this in my room. Yes, you can put that in your room once it's built. So they're very excited.
That joy spread to families by Habitat for Humanity each year, and one LEX 18 is proud to be a part of.
Happy for LEX 18 and CHI St. Joe from being my sponsors and allowing this to happen for me. So I really appreciate everyone.
We decided to join this wonderful endeavor when Brooke, our rep, told us about partnering up with LEX 18. I'm a big supporter of Habitat for Humanity. The board of directors was very excited when the opportunity arose to be a sponsor. We are looking forward to the work days, and we have some commitments from a lot of employees that are very excited to participate.
It's going really well. It's been a lot of fun. Some of the people I'm working with have never done any type of handyman work before, so it's been a fun using skills that I don't normally use at work and teaching others, helping them learn a new skill.
We are just making this a wonderful place for Miss Mona to live with her and her family. I got to be here for the groundbreaking, and now I'm working at this end of things, which I couldn't believe how far the house had come. It makes you feel good in your heart. It makes you excited for Mona. And this is truly just a life-changing opportunity for her and her family, and I'm so excited to be a part of it.
Credit union philosophy is people helping people. We're a cooperative owned by our members, and we regularly do things in the community. We give a lot of money to charities, but we like to do more than just write a check. We want to be hands-on and in doing what we can to help our community. If people want to help, contact Habitat for Humanity. Stop by Members Heritage. We'll have plenty of opportunities for you to help in other areas. We volunteer in many things in the community.
Do you DIY? If so, you're probably familiar with Lexington Habitat for Humanity's Restore locations. But did you know you can also buy recycled paint there? Here's how they do it and why it's such a great deal for you and the families that benefit from Habitat.
Behind the walls of this Habitat Restore on Southland Drive is a full-blown paint slinging operation.
We are just about ready to pour our 1,000th barrel.
Well, it's more than just slinging. Back in 2008, Lexington Habitat for Humanity launched its paint recycling program.
As long as they're never been frozen and newer than 1994 in the original container and latex, you can drop it off to Habitat for Humanity Restore.
Habitat volunteers take your donations of leftover paint and make them new.
And we filter it twice at the top and once at the bottom to make sure we're not getting any debris or anything in that paint. And then we mix it for quite a long time and then pour it and make a new color.
The paint is then stocked on Restore shelves and sold for much cheaper than anything you'd find at a hardware store, making supplies affordable and reducing waste.
We think we've recycled probably 120,000 partially used gallons of paint, kept that out of the landfill, and made about 50,000 gallons of paint that we've sold in our Habitat Restores.
Habitat employees say their restores in general are a win-win.
And anyone can shop or donate to us and keep those items, give them another life in the community while helping Habitat for Humanity at the same time.
So Habitat can bang out homes, community, and hope every day.
When Greg and I heard from Habitat for Humanity and WLEX 18 that we had an opportunity to partner with them to build Mona this new home, we thought it was a no-brainer. Our job is to help people. We travel all around the state making sure folks and families who have been the victims of catastrophic accidents or wrongful deaths get everything they deserve.
We take pride in being out in the community ourselves. We've been volunteering for Habitat for Humanity for several years. We've been on a lot of builds before, but this time we had an opportunity to actually sponsor a home build and help pay for it. So we wanted to do that for Mona, and with WLEX 18.
We wanted to raise these walls, and we want to make sure that Mona has a safe, wonderful home for her for the rest of her life so she can bring her grandchildren over here and enjoy this beautiful property.
We're out here today, and we're going to be out here a few times over the summer with our staff, helping to build, so we're having a great time.
It took a special human being
To do the kind of things he did, to be the kind of person he was, Pat just cared about people. He didn't see race, he didn't see religion, he didn't see nationality. He just saw everybody as his brother, sister, mother, father, son, daughter, and he wanted to lift everybody up.
We started the endowment fund. It's the Pat Smith Habitat for Humanity Endowment Fund, and we raise about $30,000 for that every year.
Even though he's not there physically, his spirit, his mission, his desire is being carried out. People are getting homes. And when I think about how this world is better because of Pat Smith, I'm touched by the fact that he made a difference in so many lives, and it continues.
Still to come, it's all been building up to this moment for Mona and everyone involved in the LEX 18 Habitat House. Dedication Day is next.
Donate, volunteer, get involved, and help support Lexington Habitat for Humanity's mission, because everyone deserves a decent place to live. Find out more at lexhabitat.org.
It's Credit Union Month, so let's celebrate together at Members Heritage Credit Union. Receive benefits all month long with always low auto loan rates, no closing costs on HELOCs and second mortgages, and more. Visit mhcu.org for more details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Say hi to Arby's classic roast beef piled high on a fluffy bun. Hi, roast beef and fluffy bun. Who's your friend with the cheesy hat? Now you can get both of these sandwich pals for just $5. Arby's classic roast beef and classic beef and cheddar, 2 for $5. Arby's, we have the meats.
It's Credit Union Month, so let's celebrate together at Members Heritage Credit Union. Receive benefits all month long with always low auto loan rates, no closing costs on HELOCs and second mortgages, and more. Visit mhcu.org for more details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Habitat's always looking for, building materials, paint, stains, sundries, paint brushes, roller covers, buckets, everything it takes to make the project come together. I would encourage more people to do things for Lexington Habitat, because they do incredible work and they're helping a lot of people that are in need. It was great to be a part of something so special, and we look forward to working with them in the future, and look forward to contributing whatever we can to help families that are in need and do more for the community. And I would encourage everybody to do whatever they can.
And at a TV station, it's extra special. I feel like we have a big megaphone or a big spotlight that we can shine on nonprofits. And that was my goal going in, is that today we celebrate Mona and her family, but this is something that I wanted to do for Habitat for years to come in terms of volunteers and donations and years of sponsorships that help them. So to see it come to fruition, it's very pleasing and very happy, and it's a special day.
Just to look out and see so many people that have took time out of their days, took time out of their lives to help me accomplish one of my dreams is more than I could ever expect, and more of a blessing that actually I ever thought I would ever deserve.
Mona Ashby was joined by dozens of people gathered around her new home to celebrate its completion and the hard work poured into it.
Just to be able to walk in the front door and be able to look around and be able to know that this is mine, it means the world to me.
She's learned a lot in the time it took, from shoveling dirt to the finishing touches of paint.
I learned how to fix a lot. I learned partially how to build.
Mona has been so excited and so incredibly appreciative of this opportunity.
Lexington Habitat for Humanity CEO Rachel Childress watched Mona be an integral part in the process.
She's been there all along, and they finished up about a week ago, and she's been here cleaning and preparing for the dedication.
Special remarks from sponsors and those who helped make this dream a reality for Mona. Prayer and thanksgiving, surrounded her home as she took the keys for the first time.
So what we're doing literally is building a foundation for these families to grow and become the people they were created to be.
People like Mona and her 8-year-old grandson who call this house home.
It's really hard to explain because it is just such great joy, and my heart is filled with so much love.
And filled with faith and perseverance too.
If you keep faith and believe in what you want, then God will answer your prayers.
Thanks for watching tonight's special Welcome Home, the LEX 18 Habitat House. We hope the stories you've seen inspired you to help advance Habitat's mission of building homes, communities, and hope. We leave you tonight with a special thank you to all the volunteers and community partners who made this project possible. Good night.
LEX 18 had this vision. CHI St. Joseph as the homebuyer sponsor. And then this myriad of other people who provided support so that we could tell our story, which educate and inspire Lexington, which is already a very generous and compassionate community.
Welcome home, Mona Ashby. Welcome home. Here are the keys to your new home.
Mona, her happiness just lights up everything. She's put herself into this house with the sweat equity, and you can't take that away from a person. And we're very pleased for her.
It was very rewarding, and I learned a lot. What it takes to get this program going, all the people that's involved with it, what the homeowner has to do. I didn't realize they put in so much of their own time, driving nails and, like she said, sanding drywall and all that. So it's definitely opened my eyes to it, and me and my team definitely want to do it again. You get way more out of it than you put into it, that's for sure.
The opportunity to come and be a partner here and not only be able to come and use our hands, but be able to use our resources to make home ownership a reality for Mona is one of the most special things we've done. And we hope that we can be a partner going forward. We hope we can build many more houses in this community, and we hope that we can always continue to give back. Couldn't say it loudly enough. I couldn't shout it from enough rooftops. If you have the capability, if you have the opportunity, come and get involved in this capacity. If you see the joy in someone's eyes as the dream of home ownership becomes real for them, you will do this not just one time, but every single time you have an opportunity. It was special for us to participate, and I know it will be special for all the other members, businesses or otherwise, in this community who get this opportunity.
This Sunday on State of the Commonwealth, accountability.